Hello, when you play Farming Simulator 25, do you like to be in the mountains? Do you like it like an alpine scenario? Check that out. Well, then you might like this map. Let's take a quick look around. You start here. This is actually your farm right here. Okay, this is your house. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. You got some playground equipment over here. My 10-year-old could play on there. You got the sleep button right here. Can't go inside. I wish you could. And then you got the wardrobe button over here. You got a garage there for your vehicle. Your truck is not in there. You got this beautiful view of the lake, which is kind of cool, and the mountains. All right, coming over here, you got a water source. Not a big fan of this thing because it charges you for water, but it'll definitely get you rolling until you can get something else. Got a little garage there. You have a fuel tank, and this one does come with, it holds 5,000, but it comes with 2,000 liters of fuel. Okay, this is your largest tractor. It has 171 horsepower. It's a Fendt 516, and it's got a quickie front end loader on there. You got a bell fork, get a pallet fork, and you have a bucket, which is pretty cool. And I use those things. Well, I use the bell fork for sure. Okay, this is your other tractor. It's a little bit smaller. It's a Fendt 314. It has 142 horsepower. Both of these are maxed out already in horsepower. And you have a small tedder and a small windrower back there to get you going on grass. Because, let me show you the menu, you have only one field. This is what you own right here. But the one field you have is grass. Okay, that's this here. You got about, it's only about 1.39 acres of actual grass. So it's not a whole lot of grass. And you own these areas around it. So you could do some forestry, but you don't have any forestry type equipment. And you'll have some other trees down here. So that's what you got. Okay, your third tractor is this specialty Gizmo. Has 75 horsepower. The Rigi-Track, and it's designed to hook this to it and cut your grass field. And it works pretty well. I was going to upgrade it, but it did a pretty good job. You just put up there and let the AI cut it and go for there. Does pretty good. Now, you might want to get these couple of fields because you have all the equipment, but you don't have any fields to farm. So I would at least purchase this one for $105,000, and then this one is going to be $270,000. So that's a good bit more, but it includes a lot of land with that. Look at that. But certainly this one for $105,000 and get rolling on some type of farming type product. Okay, you got a 4 cubic meter Farm Tech trailer. That's really to feed your chickens, I think. And then you have this flatbed Farm Tech, and that's to haul some bales on, your bales of straw to the market, or maybe over here or whatever. And you do have the small forage wagon, holds like 16 cubic meters, and you have a small square baler. So you could pick it up, your straw, you could bale it. I actually got a different baler than that. I'm partial to round bales. You do have a nice bale storage facility. It holds 300 bales. One reason I like the round, bigger ones because you can get more stuff in there for the same count. But you come with 3 each of grass, straw, and hay to kind of get you rolling. Okay, you have a chicken pen here. This thing holds 200 chickens, but you have only 2 hens and 1 rooster. And you got some deer running through there. Look at there. Those are free of charge. Okay, so you might want to put some chickens in there. It does come with some food. You got like 4,700 liters of food. It holds 15,000. And you have to put water in this one, which is a little different. You have about 1,000 liters of water in there out of 5,000. But you do have that source. I did another video on a free water source if you want to check that out. Maybe I'll put a card up. Okay, you have a sheep pen over here, which is pretty cool. It holds 47, but you have only 6 sheep. You got 2. Let me show you, I guess. Okay, there's your chickens. This is your sheep. You got 2 each of these different kinds. They're all 5 months old, so they're not quite ready to make wool yet, I guess, even though it shows a little bit there. Now, these are unique in that your sheep pens and your other pens, they make manure and slurry. And on the regular map, sheep pens don't do that. So that's unique to here. So you can pick up slurry here from your sheep. Okay, and then your manure basin is right there. Right here you got your silo. Okay, your silo is relatively small, holds 180,000 liters. Okay, over here you got your small international pickup truck with a little animal container on the back. You can get a couple of animals in there. And you have this one for a horse because you have 1 horse. Your horse pen holds 12. You have only one. Let me show you what I did. I actually sold that because I'm not that into horses, and it was more profitable for me. Now, if you like riding them, that's fine. There's a lot of areas around here to ride them. There's your manure basin. But what I did is I sold that, and I put a sheep pen in there just like this one. Let me show you on the map, because I can put the sheep pen right here. Oh, I'm sorry, right here where this is, but I can run my fence all along here and back over to there. So it had a much bigger pen for the sheep. So then it gave me 2 sheep pens, and this one kind of fed itself because it had so much pasture. So that was pretty good. I just took all this grass there and fenced that in, made that pasture. Be sure you have enough money for the fence because it's in addition to buying the sheep barn. Okay, you have some pallet storage over here, which is interesting. It also holds 300. So if you wanted to collect your wool and just take your tractor and store them over here until the optimum time to sell it, you can do that, and it's set up right here. So that's kind of cool that you have all that, and it's automatic. You drop them here, puts them in there. You can go over here and pick them up once you got 1 or 2 in there. So that's pretty cool. And you got a good amount of storage here. I like where you have places to put all your stuff. You have a small plow, a small cultivator over here. Over here you have a small slurry tank and the smallest 2,080 liter water tank. So that'll get you going though on your chicken pen over there. Your sheep, you don't have to add water. Okay, you've got a small corn header here. That's the one that folds. It's 6 meters wide, unfolded. And you have the Fendt 5275. This is like very similar to the one level up Massey Ferguson. It's not at the bottom of the barrel. Okay, that's it here. You can see it's a step up from here because your grain header is 7.6 meter wide instead of 6. And it comes with a corn header, so that's kind of cool. And there's your grain header over there, 7.6 meters wide. You have a Branther trailer that holds 19.6 cubic meters, and that kind of gets you rolling there. Okay, let me show you productions real quick. You don't own any, okay, but you do have the Alpine sawmill, bakery, biogas plant, cereal factory, concrete plant, Erlengratt cheese factory, because this map came from Erlengratt. Yeah, you have a fish farm, but something's wrong with it. I think they'll fix that in a change log later when they do the first change to this. You have a furniture, carpentry, a chocolatier, mountain mill, tailor shop, vegetable center, and a wool spinning mill. Those are your productions. So originally this map was Erlengratt. If you played that before, it's in like the French Alps. Pretty cool map. There's your one grass field. You have to cross this little bridge to get over there. I ended up buying this field first and then eventually this field to get me rolling here on some actual farming. And you got some other fields on here you can navigate to and eventually purchase to get you rolling too. Very picturesque map. Looks very nice. Look at the scenery here, the mountains and the water. Very, very nice. Okay, you do have a ferry down here. There's a button over here where you can charter the ferry, I guess, to take you over here. So you can buy that and then give it fish food. However, the thing didn't work. I actually purchased it, but the fish farming, it always showed something else. Like it showed wood stuff or dairy stuff. It never actually showed fish. I'm not sure why. I think they got a little glitch in it. Just take a quick look around. If you've played Erlengratt, this is very, very similar. But it's a beautiful map, nicely done. It's not just flat, it has a lot of character. Here's your shop right here where you come to get your stuff. And you're going to go through this roundabout here and up this way, over here, and back around here. And here's your farm. And there you go. Very beautiful map. It does not have a warehouse. Okay, I did not see a warehouse here. Has some beautiful hotels though. But it's very nicely done, very similar to Erlengratt, but I like what they did with the beginning farm there. How it's set up. It's very nice. They did a good job with your initial farm. It was fun to slow down my pace. I came here from some bigger maps and I slowed it down. And it's kind of neat to just move the bales myself with the tractor and take them over here to my sheep. Because sheep, you know, especially when I fix this pasture right here, they'll run pretty good bit on a little bit of grass because it replenishes itself. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty much the map. Let me know what you think in the comments. Pretty cool map. Let me know if you like the video. Share this with your farming buddies. Give me a thumbs up too. I'm Farmer Teacher. I'll see you on the next go round. Bye-bye.